Start.
Namaskaram. So in this video I'm going to present you my perception of how Kalaripayattu should be provided to the contemporary world. We all know that Kalaripayattu is a traditional combat culture like passed down through generations to us. So it has to evolve and it has to address the contemporary needs. So this is my perception how it should be surpassed. So we all know about the Kalamchoid Sampradayam of Kalaripayattu, where we follow geometric patterns for like doing forms, and it has self-defense interpretation and it has spiritual understanding also. So for the sake of video, I have written a random diagram here, which doesn't have a particular pattern. So what I'm going to tell is, I'm going to let one of my students go and flow in this random diagram with the stick. First of all, what it does is, he doesn't have a predefined choreographed sequence here. He'll flow as per the need of the footwork, and he'll flow as per his wish. What this does is, it'll give him that instincts to go to any particular direction anytime when he doesn't have a choreographed sequence. That is the need for street survival, actually, that you should be able to adapt to any footwork when the situation comes. So, keep the stick down, bare hand. You can just have the sequence, or you can just do a form. Start. Stop. So he just stand there. Now what he just did was, he did a form, or he did a combination of several moves that he has learned over time. When he does that, with proper strength, it gives him endurance, and it gives him strength. So is it just this? Kalaripayattu is not just about forms. It has a spiritual understanding to it, and through Kalaripayattu, you can gain that cosmic understanding. For me, Kalaripayattu is an education system in itself. It's a mode of true education, exactly. My wish is, this is how Kalaripayattu has to be taught and given to the future generation, especially the kids. Why? So when you see this diagram, it appears to be a random diagram, but it has a certain speciality. When you imagine every circle as a geographical place, and if you superimpose this particular diagram on the Indian map from the Indian subcontinent, or the Indian geographical map according to scale, these are the locations of the 12 Jyotirlingas. They say Saurashtre Sumanatham cha Srishaile Mallikarjunam Ujjainyam Mahakalam Omkaram Mamaleshwaram Paralyam Vaidyanatham cha Dakinyam Bhimashankaram Setubandhetu Ramesham Nagesham Darukavane Varanasyatu Vishvesham Trayambakam Gautami Tate Himalayatu Kedaram Gushmesham cha Shivale. This is the mantra dedicated to 12 Jyotirlingas. Why is it special? This places, when the dots are connected properly, it occurs in the Fibonacci spiral. Now I don't want to make this a mathematics class. People can Google what the Fibonacci numbers are, what is the Fibonacci golden ratio, what is the Fibonacci spiral. When these are connected in a proper structure, it appears like a spiral, and this spiral has a golden ratio. If you see a lotus, the lotus unfurling, the blooming of a sunflower, it happens in that Fibonacci golden ratio, or it happens in that Fibonacci spiral. If it comes in a conch shape, if you know the conch, it provides some divine sound. Just to give an example, Krishna had a conch named Panchajanya. He blew it on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So what I'm going to tell you, what I'm intending to tell you is, when a student is taught a form like this, my student, he just did a form in this. It was a physical form. It gives him endurance, it gives him strength, and of course moving into different directions, it gives him that capacity to turn in any random direction. When he's given when he's told to do a free flow, every single time he'll try to go in different direction, which helps him to build his instincts pretty well. Now when he gets to know that there is the Jyotirlingas present here, one, he'll understand the mythology of the land, he'll know about the 12 Jyotirlingas, he'll know about the geography. You can connect it to the geography subject, the present day geography subject, where Saurashtra is, where Ujjain is, where Omkareshwar is, where Kedarnath is. Kedarnath is Uttarakhand, Saurashtra is in Gujarat. Like that, you can connect it to geography, and if the student is really interested, he can go into mythology. And when he gets to know about the Fibonacci spiral, he can dwell into mathematics more. He can understand mathematics better. The people who are seeing the video can just Google what a Fibonacci spiral is, what the Fibonacci golden ratio is. A falcon, when it flies according to the Fibonacci spiral to catch its prey. It goes in that direction. You people may be knowing about the tallest building in the world, Burj Khalifa. Burj Khalifa is also built upon the principle of Fibonacci. If you can see in Google, it's built upon. So if a certain martial movement or a combat movement has a self-defense interpretation, it can give you mythological understanding. If it can give you historical understanding, if it can provide you geographical knowledge, if it can include mathematics within it, if all such things can be given to a student in one small practice, if all such understanding can be given to a student, I think that is true education. You cannot teach martial arts through geography. A geography teacher cannot teach martial arts through geography. But here, through martial arts, we can just give a brief understanding of geography to a student. I think this is the way Kalaripayattu has to be taught. Now Kalaripayattu has been endorsed as a sport. It's in the Khelo India Games. It's in the national games. Yeah, good, fair enough. But combat culture, when just diluting itself to the sport, as a sport, I don't think it will do justice to it, as it's a complete lifestyle. So my request and my perception is that everyone has to practice Kalaripayattu as a lifestyle, and if you want to take it up as a sport, it's their whim and fancy. That is fair enough. But just diluting it as a performing art, just diluting it as a sport, I think that wouldn't be fair enough. As if it is just practiced as a sport for around 20 years from now, I don't think the true essence of Kalaripayattu will be intact. So, like, this is my perception, and this is my way of teaching Kalaripayattu. Thank you.